Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy on this Thursday, March 30th. I haven't been live in a week with you guys. Well, I've been live everywhere else on the big thing. I've been doing Real Rejects, been doing World Girls, been doing, but I haven't been here on my own channel, and I wanted to pop in. We're going to do a quick 20-minute show because I have to go tape Real Rejects after this, but I want to talk about some of the stuff that's going on this week. I got to get ready during the show, so as you guys know, sometimes we end up talking about some very serious subject matters on the show while I'm doing my makeup. That's part of the show. I've talked about everything under the sun while doing my makeup. It has nothing to do with me not paying attention to the severity of the situation. It's just part of the show that I do. And I'm really curious to hear you guys' opinion about this. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, super chat in. I want to know how you guys are feeling about specifically how we as a society, me, you, that's you, Christian, Hardesty, Mike, Robin, John, Mohammed, Jeremy, Ryan, Robin, Melissa, Chris, everybody in here, everybody who's coming to the show today, how you think we should handle these types of situations as a society. Here are the facts, here are the ground rules that I kind of want to lay out. And if you don't agree with these facts, then this probably isn't the show for you. Fact number one. None of us were there. Can everybody here agree that none of us were in the cab, unless you were the cab driver, or you are the woman, or you are Jonathan? You were not in the cab where allegedly things went down. Number two, none of us know for a fact what happens behind closed doors with anybody. Correct? Can we all agree that statements like, this 1000% happened, I'm positive, or this 1000% didn't happen, I'm positive, are actually not you being positive. It's you having a hunch, a guess. It's you having a possible educated guess, or using history, or using statistics. But in general, the truth of the matter is, when we talk about these things, they're difficult to talk about because people think they know, but you don't know unless you know, myself included. And as I was prepping for this show today, I'm listening to a lot of different broadcasters and a lot of different people who seem positive one way or another. Positive that Jonathan Majors is an abuser, positive that he's not, positive because they love him as an actor. How could this be true? Positive because they don't like him and he just looks like somebody who, like, those are the kind of sentences that I'm hearing online. For the most part, it seems to me like the men on YouTube have agreed as a whole that Jonathan Majors did not do what he's being accused of doing. I cannot confidently say that, and I can't say the other way. Here are the other facts so far that we know. Jonathan Majors was arrested over the weekend or an alleged domestic dispute that took place in a cab. Supposedly, Jonathan Majors was texting a woman and his girlfriend saw that took place. They got in some kind of an altercation. Again, this is allegedly. And it ended up, she went to the police. She had injuries behind her ear and to her neck that the articles are deeming strangulation and abuse. She since then has recanted her statements, which again happens all the time for various reasons. Either A, because it was not true, B, because it was true, but you decided not to come forward, and C, a lot of times when you recant, people end up pressing charges and prosecuting anyway. So not putting that much weight in that. Jonathan Majors' team, lawyer, albeit their job, have said undisputedly this is not true. He did not do this. And then there were more examples of women that came forward or people who said it's been one of the industry's best kept secrets that he is an abuser and a piece of shit to women. And then there was like 4 different people who came forward about different things in the past of people that they knew. So again, not a lot of this being speculation, and a lot of this being a little confusing for the majority of people out there who A, don't understand law, B, don't understand when somebody recants something. It doesn't mean that it wasn't true, but it doesn't mean that it was true. And for society, we don't do really well with things in gray areas. If you're like me, you've probably noticed that. We don't do well with gray area things. Everybody has to have an opinion. Everybody thinks they know one way or the other. And interesting, I like to watch or listen to sometimes listen to Breakfast Club and see their opinions on issues that, albeit you guys are looking at me right now, I'm a white girl. This is about a black man. A lot of the headlines were like, white girlfriend accuses black boyfriend. And I'm like, so weird that people are putting that in their headline, but okay. But I like to listen to the Breakfast Club on, especially when they're talking about black celebrities or whatever, to hear what their thoughts are. And I think it's Charlemagne who said something that I completely wholeheartedly disagreed with, and I'm curious your guys' thoughts about this. And typically, I agree with him a lot, but this is something that he said. He said, the coverage that Jonathan Majors is getting is completely disproportionate to the coverage that other people, assaulters or alleged assaulters, have gotten. He said Ezra Miller never got any news coverage, and white men don't get the same kind of news coverage that Jonathan Majors is getting right now. And I just couldn't disagree with that more, specifically in the Ezra Miller case. Speaking of Ezra Miller, Johnny Depp, 2 white men who I feel like dominated the entire news cycle Ezra's been dominating this news cycle for a year. And same thing with Johnny. So I can understand where he's coming from, but I just don't know that that's the case in this situation. I don't think that, uh, obviously this country has a history of, and currently it has XYZ 1 million reasons why I would understand why a black person would be skeptical about the treatment of Jonathan Majors here. But in this specific scenario, I don't know how you could say that Ezra Miller didn't get the news coverage that Jonathan Majors got when every single article was about Ezra Miller. Every single morning that I would wake up, it was about Ezra Miller. And same thing with Johnny Depp. So I just don't agree that Jonathan Majors is getting a disproportionate amount of attention right now compared to white alleged abusers who are celebrities. Um, yeah, I don't think that that's the case. So yeah, and then he did mention Dana White as well, which got a lot of attention. But also Dana White is not, to me, even close to as big of a celebrity as Jonathan Majors is. Jonathan Majors is on par with probably somewhere between Ezra Miller and Johnny Depp. He's bigger than Ezra Miller. He's smaller than Johnny Depp, um, in terms of like notoriety and fame. And I think he's getting the exact same amount of attention as people that have the same level of fame that he does. So that's just not, to me, part of the conversation as of right now. Now, that's not to say that society's opinion on him isn't different. That is not something that I'm specifically mentioning, but when a lot of the broadcasters that I'm listening to are saying white male or white people abusers, because Ezra I know is non-binary, white abusers don't get this kind of attention, I'm like, what are you guys talking about? What are you talking about? That just feels like a not good place to start your argument when that's like, as somebody who's constantly following this news cycle, just doesn't seem to be the case. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Send in your support. What do you guys think about this? How do you think we should be handling this as a society? Now, obviously, in this country, in the United States, it is part of our core values and our law that innocent until proven guilty. Correct, you guys? That's something that we are supposed to believe in this country and stand by in this country. I think it's very difficult to do so sometimes. When you hear something like this, there've already been immediate repercussions, as I guess there was an Army ad with Jonathan Majors featured in the Army ad. It was being used as a recruitment tool, and in this ad, apparently, Jonathan Majors is a big part of it, and so they pulled it. This is supposed to be in front of the Final Four, and they're using it as their big campaign. He's already been paid for it. They pulled the ad and they're repurposing old ads instead because they don't want Jonathan Majors' face associated with them right now until they know exactly what's going on. Now, I think that that's probably smart business for the Army. It's a sentence that I don't say very often, but people are using that to cite that, oh my God, Jonathan Majors has been canceled, which I don't agree with. He's going on trial May 8th. And if you are like me, I believe, obviously, as I did with Johnny Depp's trial, I believe in paying attention to trials. And that doesn't mean trials always get everything right, but paying attention to them and seeing what exactly happens there. Now, also, apparently, there is footage from this taxi cab that his team is saying will be used to prove his innocence. Now, even if the taxi cab footage does not show abuse, does that mean that the other stories that have come out are not true? No. Does it mean they are true? No. I think that we are at the beginning of a journey to kind of find out as a society what is happening with Jonathan Majors. Now, at the same time, here's the wild truth. Does it matter to us as a society if Jonathan Majors is an abuser or not? Does that matter? Now, let me explain. Ezra Miller, caught on tape, throwing a chair at somebody's head. Ezra Miller breaking and entering. Ezra Miller is up for 26 years in prison right now. And Ezra Miller is starring in The Flash. And as a society, we've decided that we are not going to not have that movie come out. Now, or as a studio, as a society, we get to decide if we go see that movie. Most people I know are going to see that movie. And Ezra has stated that they're getting help, and Warner Brothers has stated Ezra's getting help, and also people are talking about this movie like it's one of the best movies of all time, like it's next to The Dark Knight, the greatest comic book movie. So, do we grant that same grace, or whatever you want to call it, to Jonathan Majors, even if it's proven that he is an abuser? Which I think is so fucking crazy that that sentence is even coming out of my mouth. I think this Ezra standard is extremely problematic moving forward, that as a society, we have deemed it okay that you can be an active abuser and star in movies that are huge box office tentpoles. What do you think? Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. How do you guys feel? And what should we do? If somebody is accused of something, do we put their projects on hold? Right now, obviously, as you guys know, Jonathan Majors is the big bad of the MCU. He's the next level Thanos as Kang. We just saw him in Ant-Man. We saw him in Loki. We were about to see him for years to come. What should Marvel be doing right now? Looking to recast, waiting until the trial. If he's proven guilty, do they recast? If he's proven innocent, what do they do? What do you guys want to see from these studios with Ezra, with Johnny, with Jonathan, with Amber, with all of the people that continue to be in the news cycle for true or false allegations. And when somebody is initially accused, do you think that they should be running internal investigations in the meantime before the trial? Or what is it that you guys believe? So Cena says we got to figure out the verdict first. So Cena, you believe in the court system. You believe that the court system will figure out what is right and what is wrong and whatever they say we should follow? Or how do you feel? I want to know from you guys. Send in that support, streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer. I haven't been here in a week. I'm here now with you guys. Would love that support. So far, no Streamlabs of the day. What's happening? Getting ready with you guys, going to Real Rejects. For those of you guys who've been asking in the chat, I'm obsessed with the Real Rejects. They've been so fucking amazing to me. I love being over there. I'm a massive, massive fan of Greg Alba's and of John's, of everybody over there. And it's been amazing working with them. And I just feel so fucking honored that they've been having me. And thank you guys for everybody who's over there in the comments, writing kind things about me. And as I say, I grow on people like fungus. And I feel like I'm starting to grow on their fans, which is dope. It's a good sign. So, yes. Also, based on the stories that you guys have heard, have you come to your own conclusions about what you believe happened? Or are you really just trying to keep an open mind right now? And how do you think broadcasters should be speaking about this right now? The me's of the world, do you think that they shouldn't be speaking about it at all? Do you think they should be trying to come to their own conclusions? Do you think they should be keeping an open mind? What do you think it is that we should be doing? Should we not be speaking about it at all, because then you further spread the story, and if it is not true, then it's unfair? Should we be speaking about it and bring light to something that wouldn't be getting coverage otherwise, and it's important because it is the crime that has the least amount of false accusations? What do you guys think? I want to hear from you. I want to know. Can you show me? Let me know. The other thing I want to talk about today with you guys, while I'm waiting for you guys to Streamlabs in and super chat in about this, is the Kanye stuff that's gone down that I haven't spoken to you about since the last time I was here. So for those of you guys who didn't see, Kanye West watched 21 Jump Street and says now he has nothing against the Jews because of Jonah Hill in it. And it was really disheartening to me to see some of my friends post this with LOL, ha ha ha, this is the best thing I've ever seen. Oh my God, what a legend. This is so fucking funny. Kanye's crazy, yo. Super duper not funny to me. I think that the Kanye situation is absolutely not funny. Kanye has said that he is a fan of Hitler's. Kanye has been not supportive and incredibly anti-Semitic to Jewish people for years now. Kanye is inciting Nazi incidents in this country and around the world. Down the street from me, people holding signs saying Kanye was right, exterminate the Jews. The Kanye thing has been so disturbing. And to see my friends, my non-Jewish friends, posting how funny they think it all is, I think is disgusting. And I think that no other culture do we shit on or would we accept the treatment of this. But people just don't believe that anti-Semitism is racism or real. And it's driving me fucking nuts. And it's taking a lot out of me to not have words with some people about how disturbing some of their posts have been, because this isn't fucking funny. It's not fucking funny. And they're treating it as such. Getting out of here soon. So let me know what you guys think about this, any of this stuff. Streamlabs.com/RoxyStryer. Super chat in. Wow. Wild. No support today. How are y'all feeling about Live at the Roxy? Are you over it? Because you're seeing me in other places. We ended SEN this week. We've been cutting back on World Girls Live content. We're doing all Patreon stuff. And I was intending on possibly going live on this channel more often now, but I have to take my cues from you guys. So I'm going to get the fuck out of here and get ready for my next job. I God, I've worked like 4 jobs already today. It is challenging wearing so many hats sometimes. I appreciate you guys being here. I know times are really fucking tough for a lot of people, and just having you guys here means a lot to me. Oh, Chris Hunt, thank you. Says haven't even seen Creed 3 yet. What a bummer. Uh, Creed is really good, and Jonathan Majors is an unbelievable actor. I think Ezra Miller is a pretty great actor too. And yeah, and Johnny Depp as well. A lot of great actors have not great press and have done some not great things, and some of them have done great things. Very difficult to talk about. And everybody saying that people have been canceled, and I don't even think people really know what that means anymore. All right. Much love. Stay safe, stay sane. Put down the toilet seat and lid. We don't want those flumes. Don't trample the Holocaust. Justice for all the people who lost their lives due to excessive force. My body, my choice, wherever you are on the rainbow. Then we love you. And we stand with the women of Iran, some of the bravest women we've ever seen. Golden Sparkles, Glenn, we're thinking about you every single day. And hopefully I'll be back here soon with you guys. And yes, and that support if you're watching after the fact. So thank you guys for staying with me through some of these difficult topics. And while I do my makeup during them, I know some people comment, they're like, it's so fucking disrespectful that she's doing her makeup while talking about real life incidents. And I'm like, such is to be a woman with 15 jobs and have to wear makeup in order to be accepted by society. So just let me live my life. And it doesn't mean that I don't think those topics are important. And now I only have half face on because I can't even talk while I do eyeliner, mascara. Those of you guys who know, it gets very, very difficult to do those things. Because like this one thing before I go, you're seeing women doing mascara or eyeliner and they're like this. You can't do your mascara or eyeliner and not have your mouth open. I don't know what the science is behind that, but when I'm doing my mascara, this is me. I don't know why, but it's just very difficult to do it with your mouth closed. This sounds like I'm making some kind of sex joke. I'm not making some kind of sex joke. It's like next to impossible. So anyway, can't do it while you're on air. Just very, very challenging. If you have a second person and they're bouncing off you. Okay, we've gone off of the rails. That's just, wow, some people are psychotic. Like imagine being Chris. Chris in the chat says, don't believe women. Just as a blanket statement. You think everybody who's a woman is a liar? Wow. I mean, I just can't believe there are people like you who exist on the planet. That's tough. Women are all liars and like to manipulate men. Wow. It's like part of me feels so bad for you because whatever happened to you as a kid or whatever is just that fucking sucks. I mean, you clearly are not well. And just like, how are you going to live your life thinking that 50% of the population are out to manipulate the other 50%? That's like fucking crazy. Imagine thinking that. That would be like, I feel bad for you because there's no point in like communicating with anybody if that's really what you think. But the other part of me just feels so bad for the rest of everybody in here because there are people like you who exist who just generalize so much and are so fucking sexist that it's just, Cena, they found us out. Damn, fuck, Cena. We got to cancel the group chat. Cancel the group chat. Eliminate the group chat. Fuck. Even Chris Braxton, who's fucking nuts too. Chris, I've told you this a million times. I think you're batshit with shit. Like you have no idea what you're talking about. Women are beautiful. American women are trouble. Like you are generalizing an entire country of women. That is nuts. Like something wrong with you. Yeah, just something wrong with you. And with all of you guys who just generalize like that. Like it's so sexist. And just wrong, incorrect, categorically false. So I would hate to be you. Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B are causing women to be obscene. Oh my God, get help, babe. Fuck, I forgot. I have to be blocking you guys because that's just nuts. But it's kind of funny to me too. So sometimes I keep you around. I'll keep you around for a little longer while I still think it's humorous. But Why isn't Chris banned? Yeah, you're right, Melissa. Okay, we got to ban Chris because he just says that all women are liars. So that one's tough. Chris Braxton brings me some funny shit sometimes. Okay, we got to block Chris because that's not nice. It's just mean to half the people. You're right, Melissa. You're right. All right, gotta go. So much love. Shout out to the 0 Streamlabs that came in. What the fuck? What the fuck, team? I mean, what the fuck? Okay, maybe it's because women are all fucking liars. Don't tell them. Note to self: dude's named Chris. Red flag. Not you, Christian Hardesty. You're a big green flag. All right, later.